Hey everyone, my name is Jaheem Greer, and today we are breaking down Chapter 6 of our marketing curriculum. We're stepping out of the regular consumer world and diving into the high stakes environment of business to business or B2B marketing. We're going to look at how a massive bank, Vanguard, makes decisions under pressure, how a tech founder named Sloan is trying to sell them an unbreakable security system called the Nexus Vault, and why standard corporate autopilot completely fails in this space. Let's get into it. First, let's look at derived demand. This is a fancy business to business concept that basically means business doesn't buy expensive stuff just for fun. They only buy things because their own everyday customers are asking for something. Irregularly, if regular consumer behavior changes, it triggers a chain reaction that forces business to change what they buy. Let's track exactly how this happened in that story using a quick 5 step domino effect. The consumer shift. A regular person out in Virginia decides to close their bank account because they don't trust the local banking system anymore. Retail impact. Tons of other people do the same thing. Same thing. Suddenly, the bank sees a massive drop in everyday consumer deposits. System threat. The bank freaks out. They realize they have a massive security emergency and have to fix their data infractions immediately to keep their remaining customers. The B2B requirement. This create derived demand. The bank now drastically needs needs an unbreachable storage solution to protect their remaining data. Enterprise. Finally, Vanguard acts on this need. They go out and buy the Nexus Vault to fix the problem. See, the bank only bought the tech because everyday consumers forced their hand. All right. Identifying the century, the concept. Next up is the buying century. In a big corporation, one single person rarely makes a major purchase. Instead, it's a group of people playing 5 different roles: users who use the tech daily, influencers, the tech experts guiding the choice, buyers who sign the contract, deciders who have the actual power to say yes, and gatekeepers like Marcus who control who gets to talk to the bosses. If Sloan wants to win over the table of executives, she can't give everyone the same boring speech. She needs to completely give 2 different pitches. Pitch one for the user and the staff. Focus on daily operational ease. The Nexus Vault integrated smoothly into your daily workflow without any lag or technical headaches, making your job completely reliable and safe. Pitch two for the decider bosses. For the deciders and bosses, focus on numbers and risk. Investing in the Nexus Vault completely protects our multi-million dollar infrastructures against bad asset loss, securing our long-term market reputation and ensuring a massive return on investment through total reliability. The rebuy trap. The 3 situations in business. There are 3 ways company buy things: straight rebuy, corporate autopilot. You just reordered the same exact thing from the same supplier without changing anything, like buying the same printer paper. You need the same basic item, but you want to tweak the price terms or check out a competitor. New task. Oh, also, that's a modified rebuy. Next, we have new task, a super high risk, complex purchase that the company has never made before, requiring massive research. Marcus, the risk avatar, was a straight rebuy with the old cloud provider R Inc. Because it's easy and lazy, but Sloan needs them to treat this as a new task. Why? because a straight rebound leaves the door locked for an outsider. By framing the vault as a completely new, high stake task, she forces the board out their comfort zone. They have no old rules to follow, allowing someone to step in as an expert consultant, which helps them write their safety specs and build a deep partnership. All right, the power shift. We just mean buying things through online corporate portals has shifted all the power away from sellers and giving it to the buyers. In the old days, sales rep had all the secrets information about pricing. Now digital portals turn everything into a transactional game, driving down profit margins and forcing companies to compete strictly on the cheapest price. The platform strategy. RA Inc. is trying to trap Sloan in that cheap digital game using public spaces like LinkedIn, but Sloan's secret weapon is using an invite only closed B2B platform. Public LinkedIn pages are crowded, full of noise, and visible to competitors. A private invite only digital space feels secure and premium. It also allows high level C suite executives to safely talk about sensitive company risk and data compliance without any outside distractions. The institutional mandate, government versus institutional. Finally, let's look at the difference between two major macro markets. The government market, highly regulated, totally transparent, and legally forced to buy from the lowest qualified buyer bidder to protect public taxpayer money. The institutional market, organizations like schools or hospitals that care for people, their primary goal isn't finding the cheapest sticker price. It's operational care efficiency and meeting absolute security standards. Author defense. When the Federal Oversight Office attacks a bank for spending too much money, Arthur delivers a brilliant defense. While the government market has to pick the lowest bid to save taxpayer pennies, our institutional mandate requires us to prioritize our institutional mandate requires us to prioritize absolute security to protect our dependents. Picking the cheapest vendor creates a massive vulnerability. If our security fails, the economic fallout would be crazy. Therefore, our duty forces us to bypass the cheapest option and invest in the absolute highest share of protection available. To wrap it up, business to business marketing isn't about selling a product to a faceless building. It's about understanding the chain of derived demand, negative, navigating the complex web of a buying center, breaking through routine habits, and matching the specific institutional mandate of your client. When the stakes are this high, value and security will always be a cheap corporate autopilot machine. Thank you so much for watching this, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts.